Good afternoon, students. I am coming back again for taking the remaining information of ADR and GDR. So, in the previous video and previous lecture, I will deliver the information about ADR for the subject of a GFMI. Now, I will deliver the information about of GDR and IDR. GDR, Globally Depository Receipt. Okay, so I will start the topic of a GDR. So, a bank certificate issued in more than one country for shares in a foreign company. The shares are held by a foreign branch of an international bank. The shares trade as domestic shares but are offered for sale globally through the various bank branches. A financial instrument. GDR is a financial instrument used by private markets to raise capital denominated in either US dollar or euros. Okay, so the voting rights of the shares are exercised by the depository as per the understanding between the issuing company and the GDR holders. Clear? Then we have discussed about of types of GDR. So the types of GDR is to be discussed in the form of first one is the rule 144A GDR and the regulations S. So on the basis of a rule 144A GDRs, rule 144A GDRs are privately placed depository receipt which are issued and traded in accordance with rule 144A. This rule was introduced by the SEC in April 1990, in part to stimulate capital raising in the US by non-US issuers. The non-US companies now have ready access to the US equity private placement market and may thus raise capital through the issue of Rule 144 GDRs without complying with the significant SEC registration and reporting requirements. Then what is the meaning of a regulation S? With the global integration of the major securities markets, it is now commonplace to have fungible securities listed and cleared is more than one market. Then we have discussed about of IDR means Indian Depository Receipt. So there are financial instruments, these are financial instruments that allows foreign companies to mobilize funds from Indian capital market. IDRs are the depository receipt dominated by Indian issued by the domestic depository receipt represents interest in the share of non-Indian companies' equity. It provides chance to Indian investors to hold equity shares of foreign companies. So the question is who can invest? So the answer is any person who is resident in India as defined under FEMA. NRIs and SEBI is registered foreign institutional investors including their sub-accounts. And intermediaries involved in issuance of IDR. So the intermediaries involved in issuance of IDR are overseas custodian, domestic depository, merchant banker, registrar and transfer agents. So these are the intermediaries. And the limit of investment is RII minimum of 20,000 and maximum of rupee 1 lakhs. So these are the informations, these are the points which is very very important according to the ADR, IDR and GDR, which is to be contributed in these videos. So I hope all of you enjoying the videos, all of you enjoyed the videos, and the information which is included in the videos is to be beneficial to all of you. Thank you, and thank you, all the best.